Low-key love this new Fear of God X Indiana Hoosier stuff. So thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. That was my biggest chug yet. That was an entire Red Bull. Let's go, boys. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Thomas, and today we are talking about what sold out from Supreme Week 16, primarily analyzing and reviewing the Ducati resale prices. I was hyping up this drop for a while, was telling you guys to buy it. It's going to be sick. It's going to be lit. It's going to be super hype. But what are the actual prices? Let's go figure out what was the best item to cop from last week and just see if we were right, wrong, or somewhere in between. All right, before we get started, I want to remind you guys to please hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get up to date every single time I post and go live. We also have memberships available on the channel. I just hit 2,500 subscribers. So once I get back to Arizona, I will announce the giveaway probably on next week's live or perhaps in a drop list video. So just stick around, stay tuned. Members will be getting exclusive entries into that giveaway. Okay, now into week 16. So much hype shit. Spoiler alert, everything from Ducati sold out. Almost nothing sold out from everything else besides the drop because it was such a heavily collaboration focused drop list. First item on the list, I can't believe this thing actually released online and I don't know how many they actually created. I want to say probably was like a made to order type of deal, but it did sell out, obviously. Like we knew this was the biggest item of the week, the $50,000 Supreme Ducati Street Fighter V4S. I mean, I've said it all about this bike. I absolutely love it. Is it overpriced? Yes. Is it going to age really well in the future? I think so. I think if you cop this, you keep it nice, or even if you ride it, it's a really cool thing. And I eventually want to do a video someday where I compile all the top streetwear adjacent vehicles because Kith just released a $35,000 golf cart. And I think that's way crazier than what we have right here. The racing suit also sold out. These were made to order and through a Ducati dealership. So I don't think the bike was actually made to order. That was something where you had to contact Supreme or Ducati and get it built for you or whatever. Don't even know when those bikes will be delivered. I hope we get more content of them, but the race suit was $4,000 and it sold out. Pretty sick though. Love this thing. The racing jacket is next, a little bit of a toned down version. This stuff is definitely for the more hardcore riders. I mean, the race suit is ideally for people that are going to the track, but I don't know how many people are even going to be tracking their Ducati Supreme motorcycle. I'm sure almost none. You know me, if I rode a motorcycle and I had the money, I would do that. But, you know, we're not quite there yet, folks. So remember to hit like and subscribe. Maybe someday we can cop the Supreme Ducati bike and do something stupid on it. But racing jacket, pretty cool. The helmet, definitely really wanted this guy, again, for the racetrack. Even though it is a motocross helmet, I think it's still pretty sick. The Arai Corsair X. Definitely have always liked Arai helmets since watching Akira, seeing that branding logo on his bike and then being like, oh, that's cool. Now I want an Arai helmet. Yeah, this thing is sick, and $1,400 is expensive, but I still think it's a really cool piece. The gloves, baby. I was telling you guys, this was my sleeper item of the week or one of my favorite accessories from the collaboration because it's affordable and I think it's the most wearable even if you don't have a motorcycle. I mean, it's obviously better for that if you have a motorcycle with the carbon fiber knuckles. But I just figured this thing would resell for a decent amount and would be a cool little pickup. So I ended up picking up these on the most scuffed stream ever. Like, I'm lucky I was even able to get these, honestly. So I'm super happy we got them. Size medium. They should be coming in by the time I get home. All right, getting into the streetwear part of the drop, away from the performance collection, we have the hooded racing jacket here in denim. Really cool colorways on this guy with red, also in black. I think this guy is probably the best piece overall. If I had to just pick one, I didn't even go after it because I figured it would be too hard to get, but quilted interior, the denim is a really fine choice, and throughout the week, it definitely grew on me with just noticing how well it actually works with the denim. This is a 13-ounce denim. The regular one is canvas, so they are completely different materials. And I think just the simplicity of the back as well as the sponsorships in the front, super sick piece. The track jacket is next, available in black, light blue, and white. All of these sold out. I guess this is technically light gray, but this one was probably my second favorite. but it has to go with the full tracksuit, right? You can't just have the jacket. I was able to cop the track pants in black, but not able to snag this guy. And unfortunately, the fact that it's that $250 starting price, I probably won't end up picking this piece up unless I could get a phenomenal deal on it. Just because, you know me guys, I don't love paying resale, and we can't hit for the $250. That's already a high enough price point for me. But love the back hits on this guy. Only gripe I have is I wish the one on the back of the black track jacket was red instead of tonal black. Right, probably a lot of people's favorite piece of the collaboration. I could see myself calling this the best piece, but we've seen so many jerseys recently that it is just a little bit overshadowed by the more racing inspired pieces. If that makes sense, the hooded jacket I think is pretty cool, even though this piece would be the most wearable of the collection. There's a difference right there. I was shooting for this guy in white, had a bot order with Re-Up 23, didn't even bother trying to go for it on the day of the drop because I knew it was going to be super targeted. This drop was mayhem. I did see a lot of disappointed people on the channel, but as always, you know, there's going to be tons of people shooting for this stuff with or without bots. Shopify Q is not a perfect system at all. It sucks, but we have to make do with what we got. Track pants are next to match the top. I was able to cop 2 of these. Re-Up 23 secured me a pair of the black track pants with his ACO, so shout out to you, Re-Up. And I was also able to cop manually on stream this pair of light gray track pants. I'm thinking of probably keeping the black track pants, but let me know in the comments, which do you guys think I should keep to wear and which one should I resell? Maybe the one that sells for more is worth reselling. I don't quite know. I don't even know what they're selling for until we get to that part of the video. The bike tee is next, definitely one of the weaker pieces of the collab. I kind of like this guy. Seemingly a lot of people didn't like him as much. It is that artwork by Aldo Drudy. Now I said in my previous couple videos on this drop that Drudy Performance was this like tuner. It's not exactly true. He's actually an artist and has designed liveries for MotoGP for well over, I think 20 years. So this guy was really renowned and still is, and still works on helmet designs and motorcycle liveries for racing. It's really cool that Supreme was able to tap him and actually get him to design some original art. So unfortunate that a lot of people didn't like this guy. I don't know. I always kind of had a soft spot for him. Logos tee is next. This was definitely more coveted than the previous one for obvious reasons. You gotta love the official brands and sponsorships. I think this one works pretty well. It just giant lettering on the back, looks kind of neat. And then on the front, we have the Drudy Performance logo, as well as Ducati and Supreme. All right, the last Ducati item to sell out was the final Ducati item in general, which was the 6-panel with the same motorcycle guy on it. I think this blue hat kind of snuck by me. I didn't even really know this guy released in this colorway because I completely just discounted the hat. I feel like the black one was really the only one that was worth going for, given that it is like the most sporty looking, but the blue one's not bad. Warm-up hooded sweatshirt actually sold out in the light pink. I think I said that in my video that maybe light pink could sell out, but yeah, the spell out on the hood looks pretty cool. I was watching Fauntleroy's video and he said he really liked the hit of the inverted hood, which I do actually agree because most people do wear the hood down. So having it spell out upside down so people can read it on the back is cool. But $158 for a hoodie that has nothing on the front and nothing on the back is crazy to me. And then the wash chino twill camp cap sold out in light royal. I think that's the only colorway. Oh, it also went in red, still available in black, light yellow, desert camo, surprisingly. That's actually a pretty good hat that's on the site right now. Maybe if you guys need something to add to the cart for this week, if this guy doesn't sell out, you can add this right here, and still available in light olive too. All right, before we go on StockX.com, just want to let you guys know I looked for the motorcycle for sale, but we really can't find anything. It's not really being resold at the time right now. I do have some pretty good SEO though on this drop, so right next to Boone. Shout out to Boone. All right, now for the Dionysi racing suit and jacket, these are both made to order from Ducati, so none of these are hitting the resale sites like StockX, Grailed, or eBay. I mean, eventually they will, but this stuff isn't going to carry too much resale because it is such a performance-oriented item and really targeted to people that are going to use them. So if you want them, you can probably still even go to Ducati and get them made to order. unless it's actually truly limited. I feel like they're going to want people to get as many of those as possible. So yeah, none of that stuff is on StockX at the time. Looking at the Corsair helmet, this guy is actually doing pretty decent for being $1,400 before taxes. We've seen some sell for $1,800 all the way up to a whopping $2,158 for a size medium the day of the drop, which is pretty nuts. I think this guy will be a solid medium to long-term hold. As this drop becomes more classic and more time passes, we'll definitely see some prices go up. And on an item like this, I can't imagine they made too many of them, and it has a really cool dust bag and some solid packaging. Next up, the C1 leather gloves. I have a nice little 275 ask right here, which is kind of risky because I'm not home yet, but I imagine I'll be able to sell these on Grailed for maybe around 275, something like that, 260. Depends on really how many other people are trying to resell them and how many gloves they actually made. But you can see some sale prices here. Some on the day of the drop went for like 270-ish, 314 for an XL. Looks like the highest price sold might be that 314. Currently on StockX, again, not the best site to determine the total resale market, but it is the easiest to look at for a video. All right, the Ducati hooded work jacket, definitely, in my opinion, the best piece in terms of resale value. You can see the ask prices for the black colorway go from $528 all the way up to $795. In the last sales, $475 for a small, $555 for an XL, $680 for a double XL, and just so much volume on this piece right here. People are loving it, but that doesn't even touch the denim colorway. This guy, I think by the time winter comes around, guys, fall season, this guy will touch $1,000 in at least one size. That's just my opinion, my take. If you have this guy, I think you can definitely double your money. It's a really solid piece. Really like the way it looks. No wonder it's going for a lot. And the red colorway somewhere maybe in the middle. Depends on the size, depends on the person. But these are all going for definitely in the 400s. Some people, paper hands, are letting them go for $372. That is unbelievable that someone let that go for that. I hope that person regrets that decision because Jesus Christ, why would you even buy it if you're selling it for by taking a loss after the StockX fees? But anyway, we know people are silly on StockX. Next up, the track jacket. This guy, $248 was maybe 20 or $30 too high, but anyway, it's still pretty nice. The blue colorway, you can see the ask prices right here. Recent sales, I mean, someone freaking sniped a small for $233. I don't know what that person needed to sell that thing so fast for, but you can see the prices right here are in like the mid 300s, high 300s, depending on the size. Black colorway, more of the same, high 300s to mid 400s. Last sold double XL, $460. As we know, the double XLs can go for a lot. The light gray have the buy it now prices right here. Last sold for $332. Definitely doing pretty solid. I think the track jacket was probably the most wearable piece of the whole collection. It's a balance between being loud, great branding, great colorways, and who doesn't love a good windbreaker jacket with the nice little neck anorak right there. Very solid. All right, here's an item that I'm looking to resell. It's the light gray track pants. I probably would rather sell these than the actual black ones. I have a size small. Looks like I could sell it now for $268. Last sold for $273. So not as much as some of the other items we've looked at, but nevertheless, still pretty solid. One medium actually sold for $176. It's hidden by my camera. And a small sold for $188. What are these people doing? This guy was $198. Come on, dude. You're supposed to sell for more than what you paid for. It's like these guys never took an economics class in high school or college. Black one's doing a little bit better. I do kind of want to keep the black ones though. Size small sold for $268, $237. So not a real whole ton above retail, which is why I'd kind of rather just keep this one and more or less sell the light gray ones to break even or get the black ones at more of a discount. And then the blue ones, I mean, $146 is nuts. Again, snipe StockX if you can, guys. There are people that are paper hands and just want to, for some reason, take a loss on Supreme. Don't know why they would do that, but they do. And look at the asking prices right here for all the sizes. And again, Supreme sweatpants fit super, super oversized. I'm 5'11", 160 pounds, and a small is all I need. Ducati soccer jersey is next. No picture for some reason on StockX, which is weird. This guy definitely was super targeted by botters and resellers alike because it was super cheap at 148. I mean, 118 would have been nicer. No, wait, that is wrong. It was 118, right? StockX has the price wrong again, guys. Live and living color. Did they just take Supreme Drops' drop list and just take it to heart? I don't know, man. I think it was 118. But anyway, here's the blue colorway. All the sizes right there. Recent sales, 318, 522 for a double XL. Jesus, that is probably the highest return on investment we've seen so far. So currently, looks like double XL soccer jersey in terms of percentage gained seems to be the highest, at least for those larger sizes. Yeah, 387 for a double XL. Definitely best bang for your buck. And then the hooded work jacket was the best in terms of highest price sold. Here's the black colorway, not that you can tell. And then those are the resale prices right there. So definitely pretty solid prices on the soccer jersey. Bike tee is next. Not a whole lot of resale on this guy. 48 bucks was the retail. You can see the asks are basically 78 to 108. Highest price sold so far looks like 83, 83, 84 for a large. Yeah, not a whole lot of money to be made. 94 for a size large. More or less what I expected. And this is what I said in my video. No matter how cool a t-shirt is, even if it's a box logo, it seems like in this day and age, we're just not seeing a whole lot of resale on t-shirts. People are wanting more fashion-focused pieces, more dynamic and interesting design instead of just a basic-ass t-shirt with a cool graphic on it nevertheless. But at the end of the day, how many t-shirts do you have? Probably a whole lot. Logo tee is next. Definitely a little bit better than the bike tee. Same price, 48 bucks. You can see the asks are definitely higher, all the way up to 150 for double XL. Last sold for 99. Double XL went for 121, 149. That's actually pretty good, selling that for 149. If you threw that onto your cart, 157 for double XL. I stand corrected. In terms of percentage, that's pretty good in terms of a gain, depending on if you paid for shipping or not. Even if you did, I think if you sold something for that much, you did pretty well. Ducati 6-panel had apparently only 9 are left. $58 retail. I sold for 79. This guy had to have been available for the longest on the site in terms of all the Ducati items. I think this guy would be more of a longer term hold, but maybe could touch like 100, 150 at the high end. How many years from now? Not too sure. It'd be like someone looking for Supreme Ducati and just wanting a taste of it, not able to afford any of the other pieces. And I think that's kind of where this hat falls in line. 90 bucks though, someone sold for that. Not too bad. Right on the drop day. All right, the two non-Ducati items, the warm-up hooded sweatshirt might have sold quite yet, 158. The asking prices are actually pretty high. Resellers trying to set the market here, but I don't think these will really sell for a whole lot. I'm guessing this piece is right around 175 to maybe like 250 in the right size, like a double XL. It really depends on what people are willing to pay and if this ends up restocking in this colorway. And last but not least, folks, we have the washed chino twill camp cap. That sale was $51. This was $48 when it retailed, and it's only sold twice for $51 and $56. Very basic camp cap. This guy's more of a longer term hold. Again, we see camp caps released in all kinds of colorways every single year, so it takes a special one to be worth reselling. So what'd you guys think of the Supreme Ducati drop? I thought it completely lived up to the hype, met all of my expectations, and even maybe exceeded them because we saw literally everything sell out. The site was pretty crazy, but I was happy to at least cop the gloves and 2 pairs of sweatpants. So hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Did you cop anything from Supreme Ducati? Are you gonna keep it or resell it? Let me know in the comments down below. Stay tuned for my week 17 drop list coming very soon. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.